Hey there people, how you doing? Welcome to Terabytes. So today we will be talking about the new MacBook Pro 13-inch that Apple just refreshed. And yeah, there's no 14-inch as of now, but you never know. We have the same design as we had on the 16-inch MacBook Pro with both silver and space gray finishes. Then for the display, we have what could be considered one of the, if not the best display for productivity on a laptop of its range. It comes in super bright at 500 nits and it's also got the sweet Quad HD resolution. That's right, 2560 by 1600 along with a 16 by 10 aspect ratio is just perfect for any laptop screen of a comparable size. It basically strikes the perfect balance between crispiness and battery life. We also have P3 color gamut, and that's important because if you're using applications like Photoshop or Lightroom, it's gonna come in handy with the extra color accuracy on the screen. And there's also the True Tone support if that's something you prefer. Alright then, now let's talk specs. All the configurations have quad-core Intel processors, but the base model has an 8th gen Core i5. That makes it almost a 2-year-old processor. It starts at 256GB, thankfully. The 128GB variant of the base model of the last generation was kind of a bummer for a pro laptop. And for this one, you can increase the SSD storage up to 2TB. But the one thing that really stinks is that 8GB RAM as the base. That too, pretty slow LPDDR3 RAM. Again, you can increase it to 16GB, but you gotta pay up. We also have the older Iris Plus 645 graphics in the base model. But in case you have the cash to shell out, I would definitely recommend the 10th gen variants. Because it's not just a better processor you'll be getting, but also more storage starting at 512GB, and there's double the RAM at 16GB. Coming in at almost 2 times faster than the RAM we have on the base model. There's quite a few upgrades considering the $500 premium you'll be paying. And you can spec it up even more, up to a Core i7 coming in at $200. Then there's a 32GB variant for $400. And if you really want to go crazy, there's a 4TB option for the SSD in the MacBook Pro. That's a lot of storage. Okay, now before we get started with the other stuff, let's get the prices out of the way. The base model starts at $1299. But as I mentioned before, it's got some drawbacks. But spec'd up with a Core i7, 16GB of RAM, and 2TB of storage, it'll be coming in at $2499. But do keep in mind the older processor and the slower RAM. Then for the 10th gen model, it'll start at $1800, but it is better overall for the price, and when spec'd up, it'll run just a buck shy of $3600. Well, my kidney hurts just by looking at the numbers. But of course, there's the newer processor, faster and double the RAM, and double the storage as compared to the spec'd up 8th gen model. Another thing to keep in mind is that the 10th gen model has 4 Thunderbolt 3 USB-C ports, as compared to just 2 ports in the 8th gen model. The keyboard is also much better with the newer scissor mechanism, or I guess older scissor mechanism, and it seems that Apple has finally reverted back to it for good. And I think it's an official goodbye for the butterfly mechanism, and I don't think it'll ever be missed. The trackpad will again be the best you can get in a 13-inch, and so will the speakers. And this time, we have Dolby Atmos support as well. There will be 3 microphones, and I'm pretty sure they'll be amazing as well. But here's the catch. We'll also be getting a horrible 720p webcam, which is kind of like a blotch in an otherwise perfect machine. I mean, come on Apple, in this day and age, I mean literally in this time, we need at least a 1080p webcam. It'll be like your Zoom calls at this point will have meh image quality, but the mics will sound really good. But anyways, there'll be a 58.2 watt-hour battery and a 60 watt charging brick included in the box. Okay, so overall, I think that the MacBook Pro 13 is a really good product. And unless Apple out of the blue announces a 14-inch MacBook Pro, which at this point feels kind of pointless, I don't think that this will be a bad product at all. In my opinion, it's quite easily one of the best MacBooks that you can buy right now. And well, Apple's had a really good streak of products lately, and I don't think that the MacBook Pro is any exception. So that's it for today. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, do hit the like button, subscribe if you haven't already, and of course, do stay safe, because I will be seeing you guys later. Cheers.